Jagadita Narahari Rupa Jaya Jagadisha Hare Jaya Jagadisha Hare Jaya Jagadisha Hare Jagadisha Hare Jaya Jagadisha Hare Jaya Jagadisha Hare Jaya Narsimhadev Jaya Narsimhadev Jaya Narsimhadev Jaya Narsimhadev Jaya Prahlad Maharaj Prahlad Maharaj Prahlad Maharaj Jaya Prahlad Maharaj Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Jaya Prabhupada. Nitya Gaura Haribol, 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 Nitya Gaura Haribol. Lord Nrsimhadev Bhagwan ki, Prahlad Maharaj ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai.
Hare Krishna. So welcome everyone to Bhaktivedanta Manor. Is anyone here for the first time today? Okay, where did you come from? Where did you travel from? Woolwich. Okay, Woolwich Ferry, is it? Yeah. Oh, is that Greenwich is nearby, isn't it? Is that where they invented time? Yeah? Anybody else first time from where? Leicester, very good. Okay, where? Belgrave or the Highfields? Which? Belgrave. Okay, very good. And anybody else first time? Okay, so we just need a few minutes of your time. Thank you so much for coming today to Bhaktivedanta Manor. Those who have come first time, a very warm welcome. Those who have come many, many times, also a very warm welcome. So we're going to send you soon to the Haveli, where you can get nice Krishna Prasad. But there's lots of Prasad. They'll be serving it for the next hour. So that will be food for belly. Now before you go, we want to give some food for thought, some spiritual message for the day. So Sham, he sang very nicely. So he's very enthusiastic. He's been studying the Bhagavad Gita, and he's been studying Srimad Bhagavatam and Chaitanya Charitamrita. So he's got some spiritual messages he's dying to share with you. He's very enthusiastic. So I tell him he has to take a breath in between sentences because he's so enthusiastic, you know. But anyway, Sham will just share some spiritual message with you. If you can kindly pay a little attention to try and hear this message, it's very beneficial for our journey in this life, and you're welcome to ask him some questions to keep him on his toes. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. That was so wonderful. I was so happy singing the Aarti because everybody so nicely took part in the Aarti. And in Kali Yuga, this is what is especially recommended, Sankirtana Yajna. That is the Yoga Dharma for Kali Yuga, which means congregational chanting of the holy name together, and which is what we have done today, you know, chanting together. So I just wanted to give you a very important message. So as we have just now heard this beautiful Narasimha prayer, We all know this very popular sloka from Bhagavad Gita, Yada yada hi dharmasya glanirbhavati bharata abhyutanam adharmasya tadatmanam shrajamyaham. Whenever and wherever there is a decline in the religious principles and the Lord descends in different avatars. So we also know Paritranaya sadhunam vinasaya chuduskritam dharma samstapanardaya sambhavami yuge yuge. So Krishna says, yuga after yuga I come in different avatars. In the form of Vaman avatar, I came in the form of Narasimha avatar, came in the form of Lord Ram avatar. And in Kali Yuga, there are two, which avatar did Krishna come? So there are two things which are very important for us to understand in Kali Yuga. Kalikale Nama Rupa Krishna avatar, which means Bhagavan Sri Krishna in Kali Yuga has come in the form of the Nama avatar. So when you are chanting this Hare Krishna Maha Mantra, this mantra is nothing but the Nama avatar of Krishna. So when we are chanting this Hare Krishna Maha Mantra is the Nama avatar. So this time in Kali Yuga, Krishna did not come in the form of Narasimhadev or Ram, but he came in the form of the transcendental sound vibration called Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare. So when we are chanting this Hare Krishna Maha Mantra, we should have the realization that this is Bhagavan Sri Krishna himself who came in the form of transcendental sound vibration. And not only that, Krishna is so kind. In Bhagavad Gita, Krishna says, Bhaktya mam abhijanati yavan yaschasmi tatvataha, which means the one and only way you can understand me, Arjuna, is by bhakti. You can only understand Krishna by bhakti, no other way. You can't speculate, mental speculation of God is like that, God is like that. You know, today's material world, people keep speculating about God. Somebody says, oh, this is all Brahman. Somebody says, oh, no, God has no form. Somebody says, oh, God is like this, like that. So Krishna is mentioning the one and only way you can understand me is by bhakti. As we keep doing bhakti towards Krishna, Krishna starts revealing himself. This is how I am, this is how I am. So Krishna is so kind that not only he came in the form of different avatars, but he also came in the avatar of a devotee called Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. You can see over here. I just wanted to introduce you because you have to understand that when we come to the Hare Krishna Mandir, who has actually started this Hare Krishna Maha Mantra? Who's the main person who started this? So this is started by Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, who's Bhagavan Sri Krishna, Swayam Bhagavan himself, came in the avatar of a devotee, because in Bhagavad Gita, Krishna says, you can understand me only by bhakti. But how to do bhakti in Kali Yuga? Krishna himself come in the avatar of a devotee to tell us that in this Kali Yuga, Hare Nama, Hare Nama, Hare Nama, Iva Kevalam, Kalo Nasti, Eva Nasti, Eva Nasti, Eva Gatiranyata, which means in Kali Yuga, the one and only solution for God realization, for bhakti towards Krishna, is by always chanting this Hare Krishna Maha Mantra. Hare Nama, just only Hare Krishna Maha Mantra. Nothing else, you don't need to do anything. In the ancient time, people would study the Vedas, they would do fire sacrifice. During the time of Ram, they used to do fire sacrifices, like that deity worship in Dwapar Yuga. But in Kali Yuga, we do not have the knowledge of reading the Vedas. Right? We do not have so much of this thing to do the fire sacrifices, Vedic mantras and all that. So Krishna himself came in the avatar of devotee to tell us the easiest process, that by just chanting this Hare Krishna Maha Mantra, by just dancing Hare Krishna, you see on the people on the roads of London, everybody is chanting Hare Krishna Maha Mantra, right? Just by dancing and chanting and eating Mahaprasadam, you can get Krishna Prema. So Krishna is called as Leela Avatar, right? He came as mainly to show through his Leelas. And that's why he's called as Leela Purushottam, right? And Lord Ram is called as Maryada Purushottam. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is called as Prema Purushottam, which means he came to give Krishna Prema to everyone. So it's very interesting. When Krishna came in Dwapar Yuga, what was his brother's name? Balaram, right? So Krishna and Balaram in Dwapar Yuga, again in Kali Yuga, they came in the avatar of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and next to him on the left hand side is Nityananda. Nityananda is none other than Lord Balaram. You see how Krishna also again comes along with his associates. And on the left hand side, you can see in the white colored dhoti, that is Advaita Acharya, who's none other than an incarnation of Mahavishnu and Sadashiva. So it is Advaita Acharya who actually prayed to Krishna to please come and deliver these fallen souls in Kali Yuga. And that is when Krishna comes in the avatar of a devotee called Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Right? On the right hand side, second from the right hand side, you can see that is Gadadhar Pandit, who's none other than, who's the next to Krishna? Who always comes before Krishna? Radharani. So Radharani again comes in the form of a devotee called Gadadhar Pandit. You see how Krishna is so beautiful, isn't it? He comes in his own avatars from time to time. And this time in Kali Yuga, he said, I'm not coming like Narasimha avatar or Ram avatar. I'm going to come in an avatar of devotee because people are so fallen in Kali Yuga, they cannot understand God. So Krishna came in the form of devotee telling that just chant and dance. And by doing that, you can understand me. You can develop bhakti towards me. And then finally on the left hand side, you can see holding his hands. I'll give you a clue who it is. Who's the one who's always holding Veena in his hand and traveling from one space to another? Narada Muni, right. You're all spiritually very intelligent. So that is Narada Muni is none other than Srinivas Pandit. And today happens to be the birthday of Srinivas Pandit, Narada Muni. His appearance. So normally what happens is when we celebrate our birthday, the day when we are born, we say birthday. But actually when the sages, when the God descends, we say appearance day. Just like the sun, when he appears in the morning, you don't say sun's birthday, right? So we say sun appeared and disappeared. Like that, when we comes to avatars, we say appearance day. So today is the appearance day of Narada Muni, who's called as Srinivas Thakur. And it's very interestingly, you'll be surprised to know, this Hare Krishna movement was started first in Narada Muni's house. Srinivas Thakur's house. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he went along with all his associates to Narada Muni's house, Srinivas Thakur's house, and that is where he started this Hare Krishna Mahamantra chanting, this congregational chanting. We call it as Sankirtana Yajna. So different yajnas are prescribed for different yugas. In Kali Yuga, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, who's Krishna himself, came us how to do Sankirtana Yajna. No fire yajna, Sankirtana Yajna. Just congregational chanting. So all of you can do your own Sankirtana Yajna at home. Call all of your friends, take 2 kartas and start doing the chanting of Hare Krishna Mahamantra. That is Sankirtana Yajna. Recommended in Kali Yuga. So it's very interesting. Srinivas Thakur, one of the pastime I'll tell you. When Krishna came, you know who was Krishna's guru? Whom did he learn all the arts from? Sandipani Muni. Right? Sandipani Muni. He goes to Sandipani Muni, and that is where Lord Krishna and Balaram get all the about warfare, about knowledge, about sciences and everything. He is the teacher. So Krishna asks Narada Muni, his guru, Sandipani Muni, Guruji, as a Guru Dakshin, can I give you something? So his guru says, Krishna, my son has died. My son has died. Since you asked me for Guru Dakshina, can you bring back my dead son alive? Can you imagine somebody asking for a Guru Dakshin like this? And Krishna, who is the Lord of the universe, Devadi Deva, right? He is the God of all the demigods. So Krishna says, okay, Guruji, I will do that. He will go to Yamaloka and he orders Yamaraj, give back the soul of my Guru's son. And he takes his Guru's son and hands it over to his Guru. Can we all do such kind of a thing? But here is Krishna, who is always saying in Bhagavad Gita, Suhridam Sarva Bhutanam, which means, I am your best well-wisher, I am your best friend. Who wouldn't like to have a friend like Krishna, who can even get your dead son alive, right? So that is the grace of Krishna. When we are making friends with Krishna, it's like you're having the most supreme friend with you. And Krishna is telling through Bhagavad Gita, Suhridam Sarva Bhutanam, I am your well-wisher, I am your best friend, but you have forgotten about me. And to remind us about this forgotten friend, Krishna comes in the form of a devotee called Chaitanya Mahaprabhu to tell us to develop this relationship with Krishna, to develop this love for Krishna. Because what happens is, as you keep chanting this Hare Krishna Mahamantra, Cheto Darpana Marjana, which means your heart gets cleansed. When the chanting of the Hare Krishna Mahamantra goes through your ears, it goes through your ears, enters into your heart, cleanses your heart. You know, like when you're sitting in front of a mirror which is full of dust, can you see yourself? You can't see yourself. But if you clean the mirror, then you can see yourself clearly, right? So like that, now we are not able to identify that we are an Atma because we are covered with so many samskaras in our heart and mind. From so many lifetimes we are gathered, a baggage of samskaras are there in our life. So we have forgotten our true identity, that who we are. So by chanting this Hare Krishna Mahamantra, it will cleanse your heart. The sound goes through your ear, cleanses your heart, cleanses your mind, and then we will come to the realization that I am an Atma and I belong to the Supreme Paramatma.